Hello everyone, welcome to e-commerce Ventures. Today we're going to be talking about how to structure your Amazon business. So if you're interested, keep watching. How to structure your Amazon business in 2021. So there are different ways to do it. You can do as a partnership, you can do as a limit company, you can do as a solo trader. Also, you can do it as your name as an individual. Okay, the way we recommend is through a limit company. It's more tax efficient, and I'm gonna show you why, and I'm gonna show you how to set it up and things to look when you set it up. And I'm gonna explain a little bit about limit companies. Okay, so what is a limit company? A limit company is legally separated from the people who runs it. So these two different things, your limit company and it's you as your owner. So that means your personal assets are protected, meaning let's say your limit company goes and asks for a loan to the bank, and then for any reasons, that hopefully doesn't happen, the company cannot pay the loan. So the bank won't be able to come to take your house in order to pay that loan, or your car, or any other assets. Anything that the company might do is just the company, and whatever you do is you own the company. Okay, you own the shares of the company. It could be by yourself, it could be with someone else, but it's two different things: yourself and your company, legally separated. Okay, so the finances also are separated. So there is two bank accounts. Is one, you have your own personal bank account where you do your own things, and the business is going to have their own personal bank account, business bank account. Okay, a limit company has shares and it has shareholders. Who are the shareholders? Shareholders are the persons, the people who owns the shares. So if you open a limit company by yourself, so you're going to be the only shareholder. If you open the company with another partner, let's say, so it's going to be two shareholders. Or it's a really good way when you go with an investor in, so it's really clear the percentage of the company that you own or the percentage that the company that the other person owns. So it's really well. So limit companies are based in shares, and you set up the numbers of shares on the beginning when you open your company. Also, another good thing that to take in mind is how tax efficient is to run your business through a limit company here in the UK. So your company is going to pay the taxes for the profits that it makes, and that's 19% in the UK at the moment for corporation tax, and this number 19% is profit. So after all company expenses, the money is left as your profit. That's what I paid tax. The beauty here is that with a limit company, there is a lot of things that you can put as expenses, things that your laptop that you use for work, your phone that you use for work, trips that you might do, a company car you can have a company credit card that you might use. So a lot of things that are going to benefit you personally to you can run it as an expense on a limit company. After all those expenses come off, the money left is what you pay the 19% tax. Okay, so it's really efficient to run a business through a limit company. Then the way to pay yourself, when you want to pay yourself, you will pay yourself through dividends. That is much more efficient to pay yourself through dividends than let's say the percentage of tax you pay versus an income tax. Okay, I would recommend you to get an accountant to run your books and to run your business, in order to explain you very in depth all this and how to obviously pay tax, and you'll have to pay tax. But what I'm trying to tell you here is to run your business through a limit company is much more tax efficient than to do it as a solo trader or partnership, or even yourself as an individual. Name your company. Okay, so this question is what I get a lot, is what name should I put on my company? Things to keep in mind is that the name that you put on the company is going to only show in official papers. It's going to show on your bank statements, and it's going to show on your bank statements and the HMRC papers or official documents. It's not going to show on Amazon as your brand. So you're going to sell products not on your company name. You're going to sell products on your brand. So let's say, as an example, Peter Jones, so Peter Jones Limited. So he called his company Peter Jones Limited, and then he sells microphones. But he sells microphones, and his brands of microphones are Blues. So his brand is Blues, but his company Peter Jones Limited owns the brand Blues. Okay, so hopefully it's clear. The name is not the brand name of your products that will use on Amazon to sell. Yeah. The name that you choose for your company cannot be the same as someone else or too similar. So always look in the company's house registry what names are available. They have to finish with LTD or limited. Yeah. Another really good thing is that once you have your company set up, you go and you get a business email, and you can use that business email to register to Amazon, to deal with suppliers. You will always look more professional, a business email, than your personal email when you're dealing with suppliers. So I will always recommend to deal with suppliers with a business email. So it's not the same. Let's say the example of Peter Jones at gmail.com or pjlimited@email.com. So it's more professional, and you come across as more professional, you come across as a brand, you come across as a company when you have a business email. So the suppliers are going to take you more seriously. Another thing to take in consideration here is SIC codes. The SIC codes are codes that define your company. So what business activities you do is depending on these codes that you put on when you form your company. So the explanation is this one: a standard industrial classification of economic activities. That's what it means. These are codes to describe your business activity. An example for you guys, it could be if someone builds houses, so forms a limited company with the purpose to build houses, he's going to have a completely different codes that we use as e-commerce business, as Amazon sellers. Okay, so here at the bottom I have put for you guys the SIC code for e-commerce. So these ones you must have it when you form your company. You must put this code, and then you're allowed to put another 3 more. Yeah, that I would recommend you guys to do it. So you want to cover a little bit more things. Another things to cover could be wholesale, or another thing could be retail via stores or markets. That means you selling your products, you create a brand, and you selling your products to a shop or to a wholesaler that who's going to sell it to shops, right? In order to do that, you need to have these codes: the codes for the wholesale and the code for retail in stores or markets. So I would recommend you to always have the e-commerce, so you can sell online, and also have the other 3. Okay, so altogether you can have 4. Documents and shares. Okay, so documents, pretty straightforward. Proof of identification, proof of address, simple things that normally they ask you when you go and open a bank account. The shares of your company, when you form your company, they're going to ask you how many shares you want to put, how many shares you want to issue from the start of the company. I recommend to put 100. That would be a good number. The number of shares are important, as in the future you want to be able to sell maybe some shares, or to sell some part of your business, so to an investor, or sell the whole business. So it will make it easier to have it this way. Let's say you have 100 shares and you own all the shares. Someone say, oh, I want to invest in your company, so you can go and give him 50 shares. So that person owns 50% of the business. Okay, so pretty straightforward. Another trick I got here for you guys: funding your company. So you start in your business, and you have your personal bank account and you have your business bank account, and you need to put money from your bank account to your business bank account to start your business, to purchase your first product, to get things going. So the way to do this is you do a director's loan. So you, as a director of the company, loans money to the company, and so you do the bank transfer, let's say £2,000 from your personal account to your business account with a reference director's loan. That means you, as a director, give a loan to your company. Why it has to be done this way? Because in the future, when your company makes money and you have enough money to pay back your initial investment, to pay back the money that you put at first, you're not going to pay tax on it, because your company that now is doing really well is paying back the loan to the director. Okay, an accountant will explain you more about this, but it's really straightforward. You just make a bank transfer with a reference director's loan, and that is documented that this money was a loan. So company formation providers. I will suggest for you to go online and to look for a providers who's going to form the company for you. It's much easier to use these services. Things to look at is that you got to look that these services, they have registered office address. That means your company is not going to be registered in your private home address. It's going to be registered on the registered office address. So this company that you use to form your limit company, they will provide an address. Okay. Also, all the posts that you might receive from HMRC, your bank statements, any post that comes to your company, to the registered office address, these providers, these companies, what they do is they receive the mail, they scan it, and they send it to you by email. Okay, so you're still getting your post. The only thing you don't have, the address is not your residential address, it's another address that is really good, the service like this. So look that they have that service. Another service that you need is service address. What this means, this is to keep your privacy. Okay, so this is to help to keep your privacy. This way your residential address does not show on company's house public registry. Okay, it will show your name as a director, the person who owns the company, the person who owns the shares, just your name, but it won't show your private residential address where everybody can see. So it's good to know that. And anyway, I hope you enjoy this video and you found value from this, and I'll catch you next time. Take care. Bye bye.